Wow, guys, so can you hear me out there? Can everybody hear me out there in the virtual world? That's not what I look like. Yeah, I'm a little bit orange. I'm not an orange lantern. I'm not jealous. I'm not doing right. Okay. So, let's see. We got some guys up here. So this is Maxter 112, also known as Film Spots. Film Spots? Collaborator of Silver? Oh, Silver Quill, the guy who does the reviews. Yeah. Okay, well then, sounds good. What is the Route 112 in Flashback? Okay, well, come and tell us the story of how you became a Brony.
Hey guys, before I start, I just need to get into my narration.
Listen to the mic though.
Thanks. I'm curious who would just apply as a Kingsburg Community College, and then one day he heard of something website that's on the people about okay, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I found out about the show through many ways. At first, it was on the second day. After watching into the show, and I've heard from many accounts about how this show was actually really fantastic, how it was so deep, how the characters were really well developed. I think what really set in the idea of me checking out the show was during like a big gathering for to meet Daniel Radcliffe, and basically I heard about the story about the show from this guy, and then I just decided to check out the show for myself. The first episode that I actually watched was where I got started, and after that I was interested. So, like everybody else, I just started with episode 1 and episode 2, then it just became addicting. It just really became just something different. I mean, the first 6 to 8 months, I was like, why am I liking this show? Why? Then I decided, fuck it, I'll just enjoy it. Then it was when I told my parents, they were indifferent with it. They were. I mean, it was fun, but it was day. Likes to make fun of me. But I don't care. I enjoy the show. It's actually the show has really brought about a positive influence to my life. I've made some new friends, and I've also decided a career to do. So I'm really, really happy to be a part of this community. So let's hear this guy's story.
Introduce yourself. Don't be shy.
Okay,
What's his name again? What's his name again?
Zach. Zach, thank you for that transition. I applaud you. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to get the hard facts, and I got to fandom. I'm gonna let it go emotional and stuff. I'll just be quick. So I follow this website called Screw Attack. They have this series called Death Battle, where like they have one character fighting against another character. So they have fighting Remember that Starstream? Yeah, that thing. I mean, this is after I saw the first time, I was just like, this thing is kind of crappy. So I saw the episode, and it was kind of astounded how like this little Pegasus thing, robot machine thing is like, what is this? This doesn't make sense at all. It's like this doesn't make sense. But I digress. So I saw Winter Wrap-Up again because it was good and stuff. Online, and I guess it's just sort of rushing me more and more. Just like it's like silently got into my life per se, and that's kind of how I ended up with that. And I heard that Pinkie Pie's first song, playing Swearing Songs. Did anyone ever heard that song? No one. Pinkie Pie Swear? Anyone? It's a good song. You should check it out. No, okay. That's my guy in the fandom. Yeah, you know, it's fun, watching lives, yada. Anyway, what is your name?
Tom.
Tom?
Yep.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Hey guys. So this story comes in several parts actually. I first heard about the Brony fandom trolling ED one night, whatever. Me and my friend were like, my friend Kyle was like talking about, oh, Bronies are posted. I'm like, what are Bronies, dude? He's like, oh, Bro Meta like My Little Pony. What? I mean, I know it's the internet, but what? So, but then I'm like, okay, whatever. Internet, they're weird things, whatever. So a couple years later, I actually go on a date with a Pegasus here. It didn't go too well, but that's when I kind of first was exposed to actual Bronies instead of just, oh, weird people posting strange things online and whatever.
That weird part of the internet.
But anyways, still, I was like, no, I'm not checking out the show. Are you serious? Like, come on. But anyways, about a year or so passes from that, and I'm trolling on the internet. I became a fan of Josh Torture for his video game related stuff. And then I see he reviews episodes of My Little Pony. I'm like, okay, he's gonna bash him. He's actually praising the show? What? Okay. Beneficiary of lowered expectations, I guess? But anyways, so I watch a few of his videos. I see Bob Equestria's response to teens react to My Little Pony. And then I'm like, okay, now I have no excuse. People in the military are yeah, I think now I have no excuse. So I have a little sister. She's 7 now. At the time, she was 5. I'm like, and she's like, oh, I gotta drive your mom down to the airport in the morning. Could you watch your sister for a bit? You know, before we whatnot because it's right. So you know what? Since she's here, sit her down. We're gonna watch the show together. Even if I don't like it, I'm pretty sure she'll enjoy it. So basically, that's what happened. She walks in and I'm like, oh hey, let's watch this. We sit down. We actually watch Bridal Gossip, and then it ends right. And she turns to me and she's like, can we watch another one? That was cool. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So we watch Dragon Shy and whatever. I take her to summer camp. I go to work, so on and so forth. I come home and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. Well, no. Maybe I should. Fine. So I watch a few more shows. Episodes. And after a while, about the time I got to Read It and Weep, I basically had the Revelation Dash hat. I love this show. I'm a brony. it happens. Whatever. And as for my family, they still give me strange looks like, Tom, why are you into this? I'm like, that's all it is. I'm not in some weird cult thing or whatever. My friends, they tease me about it, but they're pretty cool with it. And a year later, I come down here for the Brony Tale premiere, and that's how I joined Bronies-NYC. And ultimately, I think it's been good for me. It gives me something to look forward to at the end of the week, because my job usually has me pulling my hair out. So it's a nice way for me to unwind, meet some cool people, and yeah, that's about it. Anyways, thanks a lot. This guy will tell you his story now. Whatever your name is.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Close up the t-shirt table, so they
I knew the show actually previously. I actually saw the first episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic on October 10th, 2010, right when the show first premiered to everyone's viewing pleasure. The reason why I managed to see the premiere of My Little Pony and was actually really liking the show, yet did not know anything about the brownies, was because I wasn't actually searching for like brownie videos. Immediately after, I was thinking watching the show, but I kind of went to the back of my mind. My impressions on the first episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic have been very positive. I really did like the environment. I really characters, especially kudos to Twilight and Pinky for being like a huge contributing factors for me liking the premiere that much. Anyway, the reason why I discovered the Brony fandom was because Saber Sparks' documentary Ballad of the Brony. This was before he remastered it, so I watched it and I was very shocked to see that guys actually like this show, and I was like, "Are you guys like the show?" What was my mindset about guys before? I was not really feeling okay with guys because I was in high school at the time, and females have been really a very positive force in my life. I've been feeling really good, females, but guys, they've been acting very rough, acting like very barbarish, and I was not really liking that. So I just I was just shocked to see that guys can have like a huge amount of guys can have like a sweet, kind side to them and actually watch a show like this. So I really joined the fandom. Few minutes later, few days later, I would eventually work with people such as AMY Pony and Ryder on their like podcast called the Crepuscular Bronies Discuss. It's like their discuss podcast where they talk about episodes, and I asked to join to be a part of the team, and so I did. So I was there for a couple of episodes here and there. Um, and right now I am just hanging out with a bunch of analysis brownies, talking about them. Not as much recently because I've kind of been busy with like this year of college. I'll get back into the groove of things probably by Thanksgiving, you know? And I hope for many fun more years of being a pony as the trading card game is getting really hot for me. I feel like the card game is like one aspect of the fandom that I really excel at and hope to be a huge representative for all bronies in the card game genre in the future. So, kudos.
sorry, I'm kind of my voice is cracking up. Hi, my name is Zachary. Some of you might know I put some stuff on DA, New York X. Here's just the. I finished this series recently. Yeah. So sad. Okay. How did I start out here? I think it was 2 years now. Well, I was on Facebook the other day, 2 years ago. I just looking for my friends, see how they are. So I saw some things. It's like I see. And I'm like, the ones back in the 80s. So I got so curious to keep talking on about it, all that other sharp stuff. So later I was like, okay. What was our song? It was Mario 1. That's when 55 went crazy. Let's say, yeah, when I was watching it, and then all of a sudden I was like, yeah. Oh my God, why is 55 cracking like that? After a while, I was like, hey, it's pretty good episode. Not too early or not too this and that. And I continued. Well, I appreciate that. So the next episode I saw was, I forgot the name, it's been a while. The power Twilight runs into Galloping Gala. I was like, it's not bad at all. So I kept watching, and then that was season 1 was out at the time. Season 2 was out. So I went back to the first episode and watched the whole thing over. I was like, holy crap. And then I was like, I was like, Brony again. I didn't even discover it. I like Bronies. Gals, time to time, this and that. Some of you might know. I mean, yeah, short-term guys. If you want. You are for sure. Oh yeah, I did this piece for that's just Pony Club. When I was working on the comic book, it's Twilight Club. I made a comic. Into New York City. I was about to start. I was like, yeah, why not make this picture for me? I inspired a song that time I was doing the comic. What's his name? Frank? Frank. Yeah, Frank Sinatra. I can't pronounce it at all. Frank Sinatra. He sang New York, New York. So I was like, I just drew Twilight wearing a top hat and then kind of texture like clothing, singing New York, New York. Yeah, I usually do. Yeah, I. Oh.
All right, big round of applause for Anthony Lee. Woo! Anthony Lee. All right. Who's up next?
And so I'm Geo9, and I became a Brony right around 2011, right when season 2 was starting. But I heard about it sort of offhandedly when a friend of mine, when I was working at a summer camp, texted me saying, "Hey, are you doing anything?" I said, "No, it's summer
camp. I'm actually kind of bored right now. I'm off hours. He says, well, why don't you go watch My Little Pony? I said, excuse me? And he says, yeah, go watch it. It's a really good show. I'm going, when did you hand in your man card? So he says, oh, just give it a shot. And I said, no, probably not. I wasn't judging, but I just said I wasn't going to watch it. So then I back to the city for college after the job was ended. And then he comes over and says, hi. He says, oh, have you watched it? I said, no. He goes, well, let me show you a clip. So he shows the This Is Whining scene from a Dog and Pony show. And I actually laughed at it. I thought it was a good show. I was well animated. The character voicing seemed solid. I said, okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was, but I'm not going to watch the show. So he said, okay, I'm not going to force it. Fast forward to about a month and a half later, and I'm finished with my work, going to classes for the rest of the day, I'm bored, and I'm looking for my text else in class. There's his text saying, watch the show. And I decide, okay, why not? I got nothing to. So I go on YouTube, it auto fills in My Little Pony Friendship's Magic episode 1 before I even get before I finishing typing little in that title. So I'm okay, at least I don't have to finish typing this stupid. So then the first episode ends. It leaves the to be continued. I'm going, oh, come on, not fair. So I have to watch the second episode. So I watched that one, not bad. There's the next one. There's episode 3 in the related videos. I watched that, then watched 4, 5, all the way continuing till 3 in the morning. And take note, I have an 8 a.m. class the next morning. I didn't care about it. I finally go to sleep, I go to my class, I sprint back to my place and watch the rest of season 1. And then not realizing, I'd also watched the start of season 2 and found out, oh, the new episodes are starting this weekend. And so I'm doing all this, and I say to my friend, okay, this is really good, but I feel like there's got to be more to this. I can't just keep watching the episodes and get sick of them. Just go to a push video. And I go, what's that? He goes, it's basically the Brony hub. I go, the what hub? He goes, the Brony hub. So I get out and find out there's this jump people, men and women, mostly adult men, watching this. So I go ahead and watch them, taking on this out, there's all this art, the music, even like the custom animations, and I'm just shocked by this, that there's this whole group. And again, I just finished watching the entire season 1 in the course of 2 days. I'm going, yes, I'm one of them. And from there, I went on to start doing my own stuff. I got more into art, I got doing vectors, and pretty much from there, I just met a whole bunch of people at the meetup, and from there, I got to here.
Okay. Hi, my name is Peter. I've joined the fandom since like 2011, but here's my funny story how I got into it. So, while the show started in 2010, I remember like seeing some people starting to like mention that, oh, you should watch My Little. Apparently, I've been hearing that 4chan apparently spread everything about how amazing the show is, and then it took a couple of months for me to even get into the show because I was resisting for a while. And the reason I was resisting is a former friend of mine, who I will never speak of. He told me, like after I told him that he said a lot of racist and homophobic things to me that got me. And I proceeded to block him, and like that alone turned me off the show for a few months. But then, like some of my other friends kept telling me, "Oh, come on, Peter, you need to watch the show. Just come on, watch the show. You have to watch the show." So I gave it 2 episodes. Watched the first 2, and I'm like, "Hey, this is not bad. I actually enjoyed the show." And then I started watching more and more, and by the time like I was watching season 1, season 2 already started. Now like then I've heard that there was a BronyCon. I missed that. I haven't been to a BronyCon yet, but I will say this: I'm hoping to go next year. And as far as joining this group, I've joined the meetup page since 2012.
But there were so many things going on in my life between then until like a couple of months ago that I couldn't even get to any of the meets. But I know some of the people who come here before that. But a couple months ago, I went to Alex's first indie movie screening, which was the movie Ink. And since then, I've been coming to more and more of the Bronies-NYC meets. And here I am today. And thank you guys for accepting me in this community. Thank you very much.
This is going to be easy. Oh, I'm kind of nervous. Kind of nervous. What you're blinding me. I hate blinding lights. I'll tell you all about it. So how do I start? It was, I don't know, 2011, 2010. And I just saw something related to the show. Oh, come on. I got more views than that. But I saw something related to the show, like it was something else entirely, just codified. And I hated it. I got angry at it. I was like, what is this? What is this? And a couple of days after that, I completely forgot about it. And it never happened again. I forgot about the show, I forgot about the picture, I forgot about everything about the show, whatever. Then in 2014, which, yeah, I'm a newborn. Basically, since May this year. I find out that the show was made, or at least televised, by Lauren Faust, who made the Powerpuff Girls, and well, didn't make it, but worked on it. The Powerpuff Girls and those really old shows that were on Country Network. But as soon as I heard that, I was like, I got to try an episode. I got to try an episode because she's behind it. So I went on the My Little Pony subreddit on Reddit, and I asked her, what episode should I watch first? Because I wasn't sure what episode to watch first. And there were a lot of opinions what to watch, which episode to watch first. And eventually, I just watched it in order. Or I just watched it in order. From beginning of season 1 all the way to the end. And at first, it wasn't boring, but at the time, I was kind of down in the dumps, so it was kind of hard to get into it, being like that. But eventually, I did, and I know I suck at telling stories. Suck right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Watch.
Wait, which is the first episode that you watched?
The premiere.
Oh, okay, so that's what Reddit said. Just watch the first one.
Well, guys.
The subreddit.
So let's see. Well, it's almost time for Smash. I don't know how you feel about Smash. But yeah, if you want to tell your story, get on up here. And get close to the mic, by the way. We're getting 20% cooler.
20% harder.
Okay, well, it depends on what scale you're on. Whoa, my God!
Hey, guys, make that specifically for this.
I don't remember. It got sent to me somehow. Hi, Harry.
Yeah. Hey yo, my name is Osiris, the Mofetta from Brooklyn, or just MFB for short. And I have been in this fandom since around late 2011 or so. So here's how my story goes, is how I became being part of this family. My friend actually showed me on YouTube one episode, Bridal Gossip, which featured the main six and Vincent. And I was introduced to like such colorful personalities. Pinkie Pie's most obviously. So I was like, when I first saw this episode, I like the animation. My friend, even though she's not my favorite pony, was being it evolved there later into 2012 as I started watching the show. Next season, season 2, I think. I don't know when season 2 came out, but I started watching that. I looked on there, I really liked the show. Then I started joining Bronies-NYC, is where I cemented myself in joining the fandom, which is around late summer of 2012. And I started drawing ponies ever since, be it whether animal, human. I've even drawn ponies being skunkified. I've even drawn skunks being poisoned. I'm not sure which one yet. So, up to this day, I've been first came in 2013, and I'm going for my second time in 2015. And I really hope that it'll be better than when I went the first time. Because I know I had a great time in 2013. I think I'm going to hoping the team will be even better. That's my story. Peace.
Come back to the mic.
That's your work. This is me right there. There's the other piece.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Adrian. I'm from the Bronx, and I'm Hispanic. Well, I'm Dominican, and I feel like a bit nervous, like be talking to like it's like it feels to be a brony. I'm gonna be honest. I've been a brony for like about 4 weeks now, and it's been awesome. It's been exciting. But the only thing that I feel that's weird about it is that I haven't told my parents about it. They don't know nothing. And it's been really weird. I love the show and everything, but I just worried about how my parents would react about it. I never told them anything. Not even my closest friends know that I'm a brony yet. And I feel like they might feel like a different way about it, about how I feel, because they know I'm a big geek. They know I'm a big, you know, I go through a lot of I have a lot of fandoms that I like. But even though bronies are like very, very common now, and I love that about bronies, but it just feels weird that I'm part of it now. But it's awesome, weird and awesome. That's what I like about it. The only thing that gets me like weird about it is just people might think about how this would be, and they might think I'm not masculine enough to like it. But to be honest, I really don't care. I love the show. I love everything about it. I even cried for the show once. Well, it wasn't about the show. It was about I was watching this video called Save Derpy. It actually made me cry in the middle of that. That was like it was your character. Yeah. Derpy because I'm not the most person because I can be clumsy at times. And Derpy, she's everything I love because she's everything that's not perfect. She's not perfect, and that's why I love her. She's awesome. I don't know why they had to do that episode. Yeah, it was perfect the way you are. We had to tolerate her and love her for who she is. She's awesome. I'm sorry if that's not it's weird that I end this way, but so, yeah.
Yeah, it was great, man. Alright, so next we have Everett and I got another mic. Hold on a second.
Okay. I can't see that well. All right. So about 3. Stand up here. People watching. Funimation, you should be watching. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, we're pretty cool.
Do you want a second mic?
I think we're all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So just give me a second. 3, 2, 1, and we're back.
Hi. My name is Samantha, and I'm a second sister. So,
You got me. You should start.
okay. How do I start? Bronies. It's always been accepted because girl and 2 I look at kid. So it's just like, that's fine. This girl and I. Because when I was in the same group, and it was awesome that dragon shy when other shows are like, orange show, how you go? It's like ponies, and it was ponies. So it's not an interesting story, but yeah.
Yeah, so it happened when we were in the same room. She was watching.
Dragon shy,
Yes.
best episode, more or less.
Okay, yeah, for her, but yeah, it was Fluttershy's adorableness that got me into it. You know, Dragon Shy. It started in the beginning, where Fluttershy was feeding, carrot to Angel Bunny.
And Angel Bunny, being Angel Bunny, he was a jerk. He's all like, no, I'm not going to eat this carrot anymore. And she's like, and then he's like, no. And he's just
It was
like,
just too much.
being a jerk.
It was just too much. I just had to, I love Fluttershy. I went on another episode. Yeah, and went over there, watched everything, the whole season, and I keep following it.
And him being a computer programmer and me being a communicator, it's hard to connect sometimes because he's a computer programmer. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's like, oh, loops and whatever you do.
Yeah, so
ponies are, in a way, it's like a bridge in a sense. We watch together.
Try ponies and then catch.
So yeah, I do. I'm not an artist. I'm not a musician.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
It's like we're like opposites, but he's like the best big brother, best friends forever. Because he treated me well as a kid. Always gave me the bigger piece of whatever we were eating. Tears, so sweet, and now we have this like bridge to connect us together, which is really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, and our little brother too. He's a brony. Woo! Okay, cool.
guys. If that doesn't bring up. There we go. So enjoy this. Wait, April. Oh, we have one of the founding members of Bronies-NYC coming up next. Over live Fireside Chat. Hold on a second, ladies. And not ladies respectively. Probably should have needed this.
Hi, I'm April. As a little kid, I was in G1, but then Netflix came along and I was able to rent series. Aside from the movies, no offense, Minty, that really sucks.
Just less viewers.
Oh no. -1. So I avoided G3, but I avoided Fitness Match when it first came out. It's gonna be shit. Then John, my best friend of thinking 13 years, jumped on my case to watch it back in February 2011. He will not say why. He said, just watch it. So I finally broke down and did. Thinking that it was just a piece of shit that he wanted me to laugh at. My first episode was super for success, and Rarity is officially best pony because she dragged me kicking and screaming into the show.
What about Braver?
Oh, funny story about him actually, because like couple weeks before Braver premiered, I found out about clappers and Rule 34. People.
Everybody's gay for Braver.
And when people found these Candy Club Equine sex scene, they thought, you guys are freaks, what the hell? And I saw Braver, he didn't speak yet, he just smiled on screen. I was like, oh my god, he's the hottest thing since sex.
Yes and no. Anyway, continue the story. Lower City, New Jersey, being cool and stuff.
Yeah, when the season 1 finale rolled around, I was actually in tears because I basically lost my power. Then I discovered Frustrated Daily that Bronies-NYC meet was scheduled for like Memorial Day, the very first one. And I've been to every single one ever since.
3 years, man. 4? Who knows? The world will never know. But yeah, all right. You care. She shall not be named. The trees everywhere. Yeah, that was great. Back in the day. So yeah, is that all you want to say? I think you have a question from the class.
I'd like to be a tree.
And you would like to be a tree as well.
One last thing. Funny is that story, but back in school, I and then in my deepest darkest moments of the team, I just kept telling myself to stick with it because I'm just gonna find some group full of people who's be just best pals and shit, and this is it. This is my dream come true. I have no idea it's gonna come to. So thank you all.
The next thing is the Valerie Bronies. But yeah, in all seriousness.
All right. I was sort of there.
Was that party playing at your house?
Yeah.
furnitures and garage and such. But yeah, I got into I got the show because I was making these really incredible added videos. Just because YouTube poop. What is poop? And there was, well, I mean, there was trying different things and trying different hobbies and stuff. And I was looking at different fads that were going on that people were doing, like drop it there, whenever somebody like, oh, everybody's got to make a whole video. I was like, okay, I'll jump on this bandwagon or whatever. And, I was having fun with it. And I started using this website, knowyourmeme.com, which has a bunch of tries to follow all these different things on different websites. And it's popular in the internet and internet culture. And I kept seeing really great show up over again and over again for what crap is going on here? I was like, what is this? So I checked it out, and I'm like, the thing for somebody to watch more episode. I'm like, this is so cool. This is like what cartoons, really were in the 90s that made me kind of re-energize and get into them. And I find out it's from those same people. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Okay. It clicks, and I'm like, okay, so I start watching it, and it's like, okay, start making videos and using footage from that, using and just taking stuff and calculating it, and putting it in the blender with the Scotch tape and seeing what comes out, And it was fun, and but I noticed my viewership on YouTube kind of go up a bit. Quite a bit, and it was kind of cool. Like, okay, now my other fans were like, get rid of the secret. Okay, so I was like, and then of course they started the meetup group. I was like, okay, this is sure, why not? And I was there, and I was like, hey. Pure chaos, but fun, and as such, month and each, newer events that came along, we got, more excited kinds of people and everything, and it was a great, I mean, I've been a part of other collectives and groups of people, direct things, and there were all these communities that would sort of start in this tiny little coagulated, configurated blob of people. Just sort of, the disorder would sort of give to some order, and it would sort of grow. And I've seen that happen, and I've also seen a lot of drama in all these things happen. A lot of drama in these groups that I sort of find myself latching onto as they're growing. It's been the least bullshit-ridden subcultures I've ever been in my life. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, this is how people got involved. Last call, by the way, before we start the Smash tournament. The Smash. Okay, so yeah, who else you wanted to do it? So go up and do it. The Dragon Guts. Get close to the microphone.
Alright. Everyone. Hi, my name is Dragon Guts, homie name or just online name. And I became a brony about a year ago. My friends were watching it, and I saw the animation and respected the jokes, and I was what it was from me, because those other commercials really annoyed me. But then when I saw the transformation Lauren Faust made, I fell in love, and I started coming to these events because my friend Alex Davidson's really into it. He helps run this program, And now I'm buying stuff and watching the show. And I have a shot glass here that says Brony on it. I take it out and show you. Yeah. I could totally take a shot. But yeah, and that's the basic story.
Hey,
good luck, everybody.
Yeah, all right, awesome. It's time for the final challenger. You're ready to stand for this tournament is you against Dylan.
I'm basically going to tell you how I got into my little 25th match. Back in around October 2010, when I started seeing like the hub billboards posters, right? The only one character that I noticed that seemed to caught my eye, seemed very was Pinkie Pie. She was, I didn't even know her name actually at first. Into my pony back. But I was like, she looks so adorable, and it's like, you know what? I probably decided to give it a chance, like around November 2010, with the first episode. After I saw the first season 1 pilot, I was like, wow, this was actually pretty good. You know, like it's not as bad, but it's not. I just I don't want to let anyone know that I actually like the show because I that. Basically, and I decided to give in and say, yeah. She's like, oh, dude, the show is great. You know, I love it. And it's like, wow, I'm starting to see that there's a few people who watch the show who are starting to like the. I'm starting to begin to think that I'm not the only one who loves the show, and it seems like this Brony fandom had grown, right? And you know what? I gotta say, I'm very glad to be one of you guys. And heck, I even made my to become Bronies themselves too. My best friend Troy, he from school, you know, I still hang out with him to this day. And also Osiris, who is also known as Mystery Fanboy, you know, probably you guys know that. If it basically, in all honesty, if it wasn't really for me, you know, he would have been a Brony here. So I know it sounds self-entitled, but that's how it went, you know. So yeah, that's how I got into my little thing. Is that billboard in between?
Okay, good. Just making sure everyone can hear. So much, so little time. Anyway, yeah, this is Kez. Hi, you remember me, right? I do stuff once in a while. Now it's time. Here's let me tell you why I became a Brony in the distant past. The year was whatever year it was. I can't remember. No, it was 2001. And if that doesn't add up, you must be crazy. So, long story short, my friend Ariel was annoying me a lot, and she was telling me to go watch the Bronies on the television, and I was like, maybe. Long story short, a lot of time passed, and yeah, this was like 2010. And it came on that fateful October night when Sputnik was up in the air going. Yeah. Well, you know how that went. Long story short, I really got into it, but I couldn't admit it until after I finally went to the meetup group. That's right. I flew to Houston for a family wedding, and on the way back, I was minding my own business, and we got Chinese food. Life was normal, and I was like, no, no, I don't like the ponies, no. And all of a sudden, I found something. I found my message from Celestia. It was this. I'm not sure if you can read that. Just give me a second. Oh, yeah. It's actually, it's backwards on your vision, but the screen can see it clearly. It's a fortune cookie. That's right. The inside of the fortune cookie actually said a charming friendship is in the magic. And on the other side, it said, look, horse. What are the chances of that happening? Like, not in a million typos of how I became Brony. That is, actually. That's. After that, I went to Nostra, what was formerly known as Purple Something's Lab, and we had a ball in time watching episodes and thinking other people were other ponies, and Brooklyn never seemed so pony. But yeah, long story short, that was a great time. I would do it all again, despite working for BronyCon and driving myself mad. It was fun. It's all friendship and magic. But yeah, so have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Bronies-NYC Fireside Chat. We hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who are here IRL, that's right, there's lots of ponies here. I don't know if you can see all of them. Hi, ponies. Hi. Yeah, there's McLovin. But you're going to want to stick around for the Smash Brothers tournament. All right, so goodbye. One from New York City. Oh, and say hi to Eric Wu, the one person watching us. Hi, Eric. Stand around. Super.